entrepreneurs, welcome to my channel. If you're looking to start a new business or a side hustle but have difficulty to decide which is the right idea for you to spend your energy and time on, you've come to the right place. My name is Tingting. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I started my first business when I was 16. I had my fair share of success and failures over the years, and 10 years ago I've founded a very successful and profitable B2B media business, which has been run by an amazing team of managers, so that I'm able to spend only 5 to 8 hours a week on it, and the rest of the time I spend traveling around the world, sail on my boat, as well as mentor startups and explore other passions. So I started this channel to share my experiences and hope I could help you. So first of all, before we start, let's define what I meant by a good business idea. For me, a good business idea has to fulfill 4 criteria. First, it needs to be viable. Second, it needs to be scalable. Third, it needs to be profitable. And finally, it has to be self-sustaining after a number of years without you putting too much time and effort in it. So now you know what is a good business idea in my perspective. So how do we know it is the right business idea? I have 6 questions I ask myself when it comes to decide whether this is the right idea or not, and let me share with you. The first one, are you and your team the best people in the world, or are you among the best people in the world to be able to take this idea from seed to fruition? Face it, we live in a very, very competitive world. You know, the last thing you want is you took idea from just an idea to something that is started to gain momentum, and suddenly your competitor, who has a lot more network, who has an existing database, who has the expertise and know-how, who has more capital, just took over you and do it 10 times faster than you, and you lost all your heart and soul in one night. It's not worth it, doesn't it? So it's very important you ask yourself this hard question. Are you the right people to do this? The second one would be, do you actually fall in love with the results of this business? Or do you actually love the process of creating it? This is one of the most extremely important questions many people overlook. Imagine, many people dream to have their own cafe or restaurant, because what they have in mind is, oh, you know, I can just hire some people, run it, and I could stroll into the restaurant, maybe even invite my friends, and it will be profitable, it makes money, and you know, and I can tell all my friends, or I have a restaurant, or I have a cafe, and I can enjoy myself in the cafe or restaurant whenever I want to. But have you considered, for you to be able to take a restaurant or a cafe idea to reality, you have to consider getting up maybe at 6 a.m. and finish at 10. You probably have to consider the nitty-gritty things of keeping accounts on every receipt, managing all the part-timers and waiters and waitresses, and replace them when you know they are going on shifts and stuff like that. And you have to be able to choose the best ingredients and negotiate with various vendors to get the best prices to keep your costs down. Not to mention, you have to take care of the renovation work, the change of menu, and maybe hire the best chef that will create unique experiences, as well as probably publicize it on magazines, social medias, etc., etc. Maybe sometimes you have to wash the dishes, you know, if your staff just happen to be on leave. Do you enjoy those? The third question I usually ask is Is your idea a unique copycat? I know it sounds strange. Unique copycats seem to be radically different, but hear me out. Many times we take pride in how unique our idea is and thinking, nobody had thought about it. It's just awesome. But if your idea is too unique to the point that it has never ever been done before and there's nobody who has thought about it, it could have only two explanations. Number one, you are the smartest person in the world. Number two, it probably has been done before, but nobody has succeeded. Very often, it's the second explanation. I mean, let's say in rare circumstances, it's the first option. Then you have a long journey of proof of concept to do. So if you really are committed to start a business that will be self-sustaining and running and good, making you passive income in a few years' time, I highly recommend to copy shamelessly, but with a unique twist. Just think about Facebook. It is not the first social network. Friendster probably is much earlier than it. But Facebook has a better way of execution, has a better user adoption journey and strategy, and has a better interface, among other things. So Facebook succeeded, Friendster died. So you don't have to be the number one with the most unique idea. You just need to be the last one that succeeded. So copy shamelessly, but think about how you can do it better and more unique. One way you can consider is if somebody has successfully done something in market A, could you duplicate that in the market B? That would be a unique way of copycatting. Okay, so now we come to the number 4th question. Have you really done your math? I know this sounds weird because many of us think, of course I wouldn't start a business if I haven't done my math. But I'm asking you to think again, because there's many hidden costs we often overlook, including our time, our staff's time, the time it takes to acquire a new customer, and the time to keep maintaining that customer, etc., etc. It's easy to think, okay, I'm buying this at $3 and sell it at $5. I should be making money. But that's only the gross profit calculation. Net profit is depending on many other things like a rental cost, staff cost, your time, among other stuff. So you have to really do your math properly, considering every single cost that is possible. And the number 5th question is your business idea still relevant 10 to 20 years from now on? Imagine now if you start a newspaper while all of us are just reading news articles on the internet or rely on social media to get information. I don't highly recommend that could be something that is still relevant in 10, 20 years time. Very likely we may not even have paper books or paper newspapers in 10 to 20 years time. So you have to really see and ask yourself what the future will look like and how is my business could potentially be replaced or not. Think about that. Very important. And the last question I always ask is, how much repeatable revenue can you get from your existing customers year after year? I think all of us know acquiring customers, especially new customers, takes a lot of cost and energy and time. And the last thing you want is every year you're doing a startup again to acquire new customers. A business can only be built if the existing foundation is getting stronger and thicker, which means you have a lot of repeat revenue, in a way easy revenue, which you don't need to fight for, it will just come in and because it's repeated. So you don't have to think about those revenues and put more efforts in it. You can actually focus on new business development and new areas of the business. Not to mention, it is so much easier to hire staff to take care of existing businesses than acquiring new ones. That is why repeat revenue and repeat customers are the biggest indicator that your business is self-sustaining, which means it can run without you. And that is also exactly what a potential investor or a buyer, if you're looking to sell your business someday, will be looking for. Because nobody will buy a business that is going to cease to exist the moment you leave. So if that is in your vision, you have to work on it. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I've covered all the 6 questions to evaluate whether your business idea is a good, a viable one. And if you have more topics you'd like me to cover, please do leave a comment below. Lastly, congratulations that you're considering starting your business. And my advice is go ahead and do it. It only takes guts and a quick decision. And you may or may not succeed in the first round, and most likely we'll all fail on the first round. But if you don't start now, when do you start? We have to start early so that we give ourselves time to make mistakes and learn. We can watch a lot of these kind of videos, but the real learning happens when we're actually doing it. So good luck, and I'll see you next time. Bye.